here with Exile. So my first question for you tonight is going to be, when you were a kid, what artist or person influenced you the most when it comes to music?
Well, I grew up as a preacher's kid, so I was in. My family is very musically inclined. I would have to say my Uncle Dave. He's a pianist, and he's done a lot of his own Christian gospel music, songs, CDs. He's worked with other groups and things like that. But I'm a very more open format kind of person, so it's all over the place. You know, there's Justin Moore from country music. There's Sum 41 from punk rock. Lecrae from Christian rap. A lot of things like Eminem. Honestly, there's no one definite person or being when it comes to the musical side of it. It's anybody who's willing to tell a story, you know, anybody who's willing to tell their own story and use the music to get it out, so that way other people can feel the same way as them. But influential person would have to be my dad, because he always told me to take pride in your work no matter what it is. You know, whether it's anywhere from mowing the grass to my music production or anything like that, it would have to be my dad 100%.
Perfect answer. So my next question is, what is your favorite candy and why?
It would have to be Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, because I love peanut butter and I love chocolate. So it would have to be Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
It's a good protein.
Yeah,
Peanut
I love it.
butter.
I love it. It's so good.
All right, next question would be, what impact do you feel your music has on your audience or fans?
When it comes to my music, it has to be the fact that as an individual, if you ever feel like you can't express your story or your emotions or your feelings, it gives me a chance to do that without having to take 6 hours out of somebody's time to talk about what's happened in my life. I've written anything from heavy hardcore dubstep to songs like My Single Fault. It's got vocals in it that are very emotional. It talks about how you feel like anybody who's had like a heartbreak, or somebody who's just let them down, whether it's a relationship, friendship, family members, whatever, it gives them a chance to relate to that. And I feel like that's the number one most important thing when it comes to my music, is being able to relate to somebody else. Because if somebody feels like they can relate to what I've been through without even having a conversation, that sets up the chance to have that conversation with them. Whether it's after a show, whether they see me at a show that I'm not even playing at, whether it's on the street, whether they know me personally, it gives them a chance to be like, yo, hey, can I talk to you about something? It gives them a chance to open up and maybe be able to talk to somebody, let some things off their chest.
Nice. Okay, so my next question for you would be, what's your favorite ritual or thing that you must do every day, and why?
Produce. Whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours, because that's what I want to accomplish. That's what I want to do. That's what I love doing. It's producing music, whether it's hip hop, dubstep, Millennium style stuff, house music, anything like that. It gives me a chance that whenever I sit down, plug in, and listen to whatever I'm into, whether it's headphones, speakers, whatever, it gives me a chance to separate from the rest of the world. Whether it's a bad day at work, whether you're dealing with anything from depression, or you're just simply bored. You know, it's very important to me to take that time, whatever time I have, to actually sit down and produce, because you can learn something. You could learn something. You can make a breakthrough. You could do anything. You know, if you have writer's block for like 6 months, you know, that 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 5 hours could give you a chance to kind of like snap out of it and kind of keep you moving on your way.
So do you feel like that helps you in your mental aspects, would you say?
Yes, it helps me decompress from whatever's
Beautiful.
going on.
I love that question, that answer. So my next question for you is, if you could tell your 15-year-old version of you, what would you say?
Be more mindful of your surroundings, of people, and don't necessarily allow yourself to open up to just anyone. You know, I feel like it's good to open up to people and kind of let them see the real you, but your brain and your emotions are almost like a filing cabinet. You know, you have that open side of you in the beginning, and then you have a separator in the middle of that drawer, and then you have your either deep dark secrets or your 100% true self in the back. You know, I feel like it's very important to be able to separate yourself for specific people, whether it's a special someone like my wife. You know, you save that for somebody like your wife, somebody that you're like really close to in a friendship, things like that. That's what I would tell myself is be who you are, but make sure you reserve the real you for friends and loved ones who actually are going to stick with you, who actually mean something to you.
Beautiful. So my last question for you is, what is your dream stage or festival you would like to perform at?
Rampage in Belgium.
Rampage in Belgium.
Yes.
Nice.
Because to me that is the tomorrow. It's like the Tomorrowland or the tomorrow world of dubstep music. I've seen videos and posts about, you know, everybody from Disciple, Never Say Die Records, may they rest in peace, but everybody from all those just doing like 4 or 5 guys up there just going back to back to back, just absolutely throwing down. It would have to be Rampage Belgium and Lost Lands like directly after that.
Lost Lands.
Yes, Lost Lands after that, because I love Excision. Excision's so good. I love his music. He's so good.
Definitely agree. So the last question is, what artists now would you love to perform on stage? Now, if they called you today and they told you, hey, we want you to go perform at whatever festival is tomorrow, what would it be?
Virtual Riot, hands down.
Virtual
Riot, hands down. Because that I've literally watched his production tutorials from back when he was in college in his dorm room. Everything he's ever produced, I still listen to a lot of his old music, such as Carrier, We Are Not Alone. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, the man has a master's degree in like organ, and it's insane to me to literally just watch him take nothing and create it into something absolutely incredible. You know, they have a video, Disciple has a video on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But he's got a video on there where he took the exhaust from a Lamborghini, a Toyota Corolla, and a skateboard, and absolutely murdered it. And the skateboard sound was the best bass sound out of everything. It was absolutely incredible. And it's incredible to watch him work. And I would love to have the opportunity to either go back to back, get a studio session with him. It's just, he's incredible, like incredible.
And what triggered you for it to be him? Like, at what moment did you say that's the person I would love to perform with?
When I saw him on the Ninja Nation tour with Datsik and Crisley, he opened Carrier, and I was talking to a friend of mine, and the first like impact sub drop and glitch that happened, I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? Like that was absolutely incredible. And everything he does, it's melodic. Like he can go hard and heavy. He can go to like, you know, hysteria where it's like bomb, 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 and then he can go to something that will like absolutely make you cry, all in the same song. It's just incredible. Like that's the only thing. Like I got to meet him at Happy Fest, where I played, and I was like fangirling the whole time. My wife had to tell me, she was like, "Yo, stop watching him while he's like putting his shoes on." And I was like, "I can't." Like it was amazing. Like it was just incredible.
Like, I need to do everything he does exactly
right.
the
I
same
need to
so
follow
can
him.
be
I
that
need to
person.
tie my shoes the way he ties his shoes. Like I need to like talk the way he talks. I gotta go live in Germany for a few years. Like it's just he's so incredible. Just being able to watch him and stuff, it's absolutely amazing what he can do. It's incredible.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your answers. They were amazing. And thank you for having me.
No, thanks for having me
For
here.
letting me dive into your soul, your music, heart, everything.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's everything.
We're all